and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big D Energy. Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Sam Flannel in for Darren McCarty. My name is Neal Ruhl. KG is back. KG, what's really good?
What's really good, Neal? You tell me.
I'll tell you what's really good. Spin the block with KG coming up in the second hour.
Hey, man, I'm going to do my best to give y'all the condensed version of what's going on. So it's hot right now in the streets.
That's what I'm saying. Spencer Raxter. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello.
He's here. Got the locks trimmed.
Got him chopped off a little bit, yeah. Getting ready for summer.
How we feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling ready to go.
Look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
How was the workout yesterday?
It was good. Workout was good. Everything's good. Yeah. Living good. Feeling good. Ready to go.
All right, there it is. Intern Justin is in the house as well.
Juices.
AKA, quote, Juices, unquote.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks, guys.
It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. No, but we are going to get into it. It is a nickel package Friday. KG's going to spin the block. We got all that. But Flannel, what's up with you, man?
Well, it's my first KG's spin the block, so I'm pretty excited about that. Never gotten to experience it, but because KG, you happened to be off yesterday, you graced us. You graced me with the presence of your new fire segment that is taking the world by storm. So I'm definitely excited about that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are excited as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat as well, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there, get your thoughts in there. Sometimes you guys, and shout out to Ryan Lentz for the thumbnail. I don't know that people caught it. Did you catch that, Flannel?
He chose violence.
I did not catch. Of course I caught it. Of course I caught it. How could I not? Wouldn't expect anything less on a day like today, but it's all good.
Absolutely. Pete Smith in the chat. The Tigers are 5 games over 500 for the first time since 2016.
Let's go.
And I'm excited. And you know what? We're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I do want to touch on it. They have my attention this weekend. Going to Yankee Stadium, playing the Yankees. Now, what's been the holdup with the Tigers? That in their lineup 5 through 9, it's AAA at best.
Sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They've played a bunch of, the White Sox and stuff like that. Even the Tampa Bay Rays, they're in last place in the AL. Finally, it looks like reality is set in with the Tampa Bay Rays. They're not outrunning this one. So, Flannel, they have my attention. Now, I'm not saying if you go in there and you get swept, it's over, OVA.
Yeah.
No, it's...
But...
All right, so I wouldn't be super upset if let's say if the Tigers get swept, I would be upset. But if they took 1 out of 3 and then played a strong series in their next one at Cleveland, which is another kind of nice gauge to see, because quite frankly, we don't know if any team in the AL Central is good at this point, including Cleveland, including our very own Detroit Tigers. So of course, having the opportunity to go into New York before the Cleveland series, go up against a team that added Juan Soto to their already stacked lineup, which is insane on its face. Let's see how they look. And then at Cleveland, maybe the goal should be 2 out of 3. Me personally, if I'm looking at these next 6 games, no matter how you get them, get 3. At the very minimum, get 3, and I think they're right on schedule.
Absolutely. So we will see, and it's always fun, right? It's always fun playing the Yankees. They've had success with them in the past. And again, it's not do or die.
Of course not.
It's just... It is a gauge, though. Is that fair to say it's a little bit of a gauge?
Well,
there will be if you go in there and get cooked,
right?
You're gonna look at them differently. You just are.
Yeah, then you're gonna look like a team that merchanted some wins off of bad teams that got to play the White Sox, for example. And you saw them, unfortunately, when they played the Texas Rangers at home in a 4-game series. They lost 3 out of 4. So it would be nice to see them go into a really tough road environment, presumably one of the contenders in the American League right now. And like I said, at the very least, don't get swept. I wouldn't be upset with 1 out of 3. If they can take 2 out of 3, I'm doing backflips. Absolute backflips on air. Actually, no, I can't do a backflip.
Come on, you just said it.
I know. I was a little. I shouldn't have said that. I can't do a backflip on a trampoline. So what makes you think I could do? No, I can't. I can't. So I can't do one from like flat ground. Maybe I'll get a Roman Wilson in here to do one for me.
Only Flannel.
You said you were going to do it. You can't take it back.
Well, if you want to see me risk like head and neck injury, fine.
I think there's a segment of the chat that does want to see you risk that.
That's actual facts, but that's okay. That is all right.
Tigers did not play yesterday, so there is no movement in the Javi watch. He is still hitting 191 with an on-base percentage of 237. Still with that 1 home run, 9 RBIs. So that is out there as well.
Not great, but, that's why.
Still a negative WAR, even though he's back. I'm told all the time he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
You would still literally be better off with any average major league player than him.
That's fair.
And any average major league player than him would not cost you $25 million.
That is 100% fair.
Just want to check those boxes.
Of course.
Move on from that and keep it pushing.
That's fair.
All right, everybody. That's what I wanted to do.
He's back.
2-time All-Star, former Gold Glove winner, NLCS MVP, former Silver Slugger winner, and the winner of the 2016 World Series.
That's the crazy thing. At one time, he was good, but you can't. I mean, for the record, my issue with Javi Baez is even when he was good, he never walked. I think his career high in on-base percentage was 326. However, one season, and I can't believe this actually happened.
371 with the Mets.
Oh, with
second highest was 326.
In that short season with the Mets, sure.
Yeah.
But in 2018, I believe he was second in NL MVP voting to I believe it was Christian Yelich. That's actually pretty crazy, but that did happen.
Yeah.
He's been good at some point. He just has never been good with the Tigers. And I think his downfall was predictable.
Yes. Alex says Javi was more productive yesterday than any other day this season. And that's right. I think it is right. So, it's one of those things where on a day off, because he's got a negative WAR, Flannel.
Yeah.
So by definition, he's better off when he doesn't play. So, don't give me that look, KG. It's factually correct.
I'll let you walk. I'll just let you rock. Go ahead. I ain't gonna stop
that
you.
look.
I ain't gonna stop you. I'm not gonna stop you, Neal. You get your shit off.
That look.
Hey, you know what, Neal? Let's cut this shit, okay?
Yeah, let's cut. Hey, it's easy. It's Friday. It's a nickel package Friday. All right, KG. It's a spin the block Friday.
It is.
We're gonna get into all that, but make sure you jump into that chat. I'll tell you this yesterday. All right, and I was conflicted. I brought it up. Game 6, Toronto Maple Leafs at home against the Boston Bruins. Now, I told everybody that there was a small section of me that wanted Toronto to win. Because in order to get the maximum payoff, sometimes you have to get the closest to the sun without getting burned.
Right.
Now, I'm going to come clean with everybody. I didn't tweet this or anything like that. But as game time approached, I got done with my daughter's soccer team practice. I got home. I turned the game on. And I saw, everybody's acting the fool in Toronto's arena. They got that little, what do they call that courtyard area?
Yeah, like Maple Leaf Alley or something like that. Yeah.
There's one here at LCA.
Yeah. Hey, maybe if they make the playoffs next year, we'll fill that up too.
All right, there's one here at LCA. But anyway, though, so I saw all the people out there, and I'm not going to lie to you, Flannel, I flip-flopped. I wanted them to lose yesterday in front of all their fans, in front of all those people out there in the street. I wanted nothing but pure heartbreak for Toronto fan, and I was denied. And I bet Maz a coffee. I thought Toronto was going to lose.
Damn.
So I bet Maz a coffee. I owe him a coffee. And in the end, Flannel, I did what I preach that I never do. I let what I want overtake what I knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it is literally the Spider-Man meme. Toronto and Boston playing each other in the playoffs. They're the same thing. They're the same person. They're the same entity. They get the same results.
I mean, Boston's won one more recently, though. They won one, I believe, in 2011, but I understand they've underperformed in the playoffs as well. But as some of you may know who have watched the show for a while, or maybe some of you in this room don't even know, I don't hate the Maple Leafs. I want them to win this series. I do. I want them to do well. Hockey is better when the Maple Leafs are good. I don't want to see teams like the Carolina Hurricanes make the Stanley Cup Finals or something like that. I want the Toronto Maple Leafs to do well. Because why do we hate them so much? They They get the hate of the Yankees, but they don't win anything. They since
Exactly.
1967.
Because in their mind, they think they are the Yankees, and that's my problem with it. That is my problem with it. Toronto fan is my problem with it.
Well, I guess
they got
that's
a
fair.
cool logo. They sell out all the games. They're a great hockey market, except their fans are stupid. That's a bottom line. You haven't won since the late 60s.
That's fair.
Since a late so who are you to stand up there and talk about how great you are as a franchise? I saw the pictures of the banners up there in the Air Canada Center or whatever it is they call it now, and like black and white pictures of everything. Like that's my problem, Flannel. That's why I hate it. That's why the people hate it in the Woodward Sports chat thread. That's why they hate Toronto. Because they think that they're on par with the Canadians or the Red Wings or the Oilers in the 80s or the Islanders or anything like that. You're nowhere near that.
Well, no, they're a terrible franchise. I mean, when you haven't won anything since 1967, when most of your titles came when there were 6 teams in the NHL, of course you're a terrible franchise. But that's what makes me, their fans notwithstanding, kind of have a little bit of sympathy for them. 67 is a really, really long time, and we're preying on their downfall every single year. And like I said before, they're an exciting team. You know, I mean, obviously they won the last couple.
They?
Well, they've
won one playoff series since 2009 or 2006, whatever it is.
That's fair. They've been terrible. They've had, what is it?
So how are they exciting then?
Well, because, I mean, I like watching Austin Matthews, although I haven't been able to do it the last couple of games, and they won anyway. I like watching Nylander. I like watching Mitch Marner. I do. I like watching the atmosphere, the Air Canada Center. I like seeing those clips of all those fans outside, even when they're on away games, like panning over to, this is Maple Leaf Alley or whatever. They're a good hockey town. They deserve a winner. I know, put me in the minority. I know Darren McCarty would probably want me to be like struck by lightning right now, but it's how I feel. I don't hate the Maple Leafs.
Let's take it to the streets and see what the people say, shall we?
Shall we?
Drew K. Boo, boo. Just a fan. Boo, Flannel, you traitor.
You made Juiceless boo you, so
It's fair.
Dan Wood. This is from a Kansas City Chiefs fan. LOL.
That's true.
Not a Chiefs fan.
Kyle Zweig, keep the cup out of Canada. Now, Kyle, you lose me on that one. I'm not anti-Canadian or anything like that. You're not anti-Canadian.
I am.
You are?
Except for D-Mac, yeah.
That's aggressive.
I don't like Canada.
I want Edmonton to win the cup.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Will you meet me in the middle? Okay, good. So there's common ground there. So I stop one short of, quote, keep the cup out of Canada.
yeah.
I'm not going that far. However, keep it out of Toronto or the Ontario province at all.
Well, I personally would think it would be phenomenal for hockey and for my viewing pleasure if we got an Edmonton-Toronto Stanley Cup final. That would be electric, and you can't deny that. Nobody could deny that would be absolutely electric. I'd be rooting for Edmonton to win, but man, just terrific hockey markets. I mean, Edmonton actually has a storied history. Toronto does not, but still, I just think that would be electric. I would love it.
In the chat poll right now, do you hate Flannel for not hating the Leafs? If ever we're going to get a 100% chat.
33% say no. Let's go.
You voted no.
I did vote no, but I'm not everyone. 35%.
That's actually a solid percentage of no, so I thought it'd be lower than that.
This would be the first time. You guys know that I'm pro chat and I'm pro our audience. Sometimes Flannel has his dust-ups with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. We all do.
Yes.
But I still respect them, and I respect their opinion. However, in this issue, you guys are all stupid. All of you. All of you are stupid. Anyone that doesn't hate Flannel for not hating the Leafs, I can't ride with you. You are out. You are out. So, again, it was nice, though, to lock in yesterday to the playoffs. Now, I did get half of what I wanted. Joel Embiid, bye. Yeah. Bye, Joel Embiid. Once again, goodbye, Joel. Hey, while you're at it, when you clean out your locker, can you please get this MVP trophy out of your locker from last year and give it back to its rightful owner, Nikola Jokic? Please, can you do that for me, Joel Embiid? Thank you. Hey, process loading.
The funny part is Joel Embiid up until the fourth quarter actually played pretty well.
Weird.
However, in the previous game, he was 100,000 billion% bailed out by Tyrese Maxey. Mm-hmm. So he deserved another first-round exit.
No, he does.
He's one of the worst. He's maybe the biggest playoff underperformer I can think of right now in NBA history.
Damn. More than
Seriously.
James Harden?
Ooh.
That's
Who?
tough. More than James Harden?
No, because if you look at Joel Embiid's resume and the teams he's on, when they played Boston in the playoffs, what's one of the games they won? When Embiid was out and Harden scored 46.
All right, but James Harden has won absolutely nothing.
No, neither has Joel Embiid.
Fair. Harden has had plenty of chokes as well. I know for some reason he's like your guy, which I don't understand.
No, he's not, quote, my guy.
He's your guy.
He's a good player. I don't celebrate him as an all-time great, though. He's entertaining to watch.
He's entertaining.
He's a great scorer.
He's entertaining to watch, but you hate on a lot of players who have exponentially better resumes than James Harden.
James Harden's a 34-year-old man now.
Fair.
Like, he's a good 34-year-old player.
And when he had a chance in the MVP year of 2018, he shot 24% in the conference, 24% from three in the conference finals versus the Warriors.
Yeah.
Well,
that was their best shot, too.
Perhaps he should have just, teamed up with LeBron and won a chip and got dragged to a championship like Anthony Davis.
I mean, Anthony Davis actually has played well in an entire playoff series and a finals. That actually happened.
Hey, did you see the thumbnail today?
I did see the thumbnail today.
Okay, cool. Tell them about Dispo.
Absolutely. Visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
The game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
You tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports merchandise? We got you covered. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Yes, that's what it is. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. It's out there for you. Hoodies, beanies, hats, all of it. Get the Spencer Raxter-inspired Jack Campbell meat missile shirt.
Classic.
WoodwardSports.com/shop. I don't know why it makes me laugh, but it does. All right, we are off and running here on a Friday, Nickel Package Friday. We will get to all of it. We run the gamut. We got some good football representation, an NBA Nickel Package as well, because I want to talk some NBA. And judging by the media rights deals that their NBA's talking about signing, you guys do watch it, contrary to what you say.
Stop lying.
I was locked into the end of that. I was mad that Knicks game ended past 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, I was mad about that because I'm getting old now. So, but I stayed locked in.
I did too.
I did. I watched it. Brandon Katz, Neal with an all-time dumb take. And B dropped 39. Yeah, when the game was on the line, where was he? Where was he?
I mean, he was terrible in the fourth quarter. He was terrible the year before, the game before, bailed out by Maxey. He's
and
missed
ESPN.
several
And look, Katz, you fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you all fall for it. Because I saw it on ESPN on like the first take. You know, when I'm at Planet Fitness, shout out Planet Fitness. We're live in the Planet Fitness studios.
Shout out.
I saw the bottom third on the ESPN first take show, and they're like, Embiid has triple-double. Maxey scores 46.
Yeah. There's context to that triple-double.
7 of 19.
Yeah.
And that's what he is. So you can, Catspot, you can tell me how great Joel, and that's my problem with it. All he's got to do, I can be fine with them. Just give back his MVP that he stole from Nikola Jokic, and I'm cool with it.
Well, when you continue to underperform in the playoffs, and Jokic most certainly does not, it definitely gives some credence.
There are 3 all-time MVP thieveries in the history of sports. Embiid over Jokic, Jeff Kent over Barry Bonds in 2002, 3, I want to say.
Yeah.
That one was laughable. And Steve Nash over Shaq.
Yeah.
Fair.
All laughable.
Fair.
Yeah. And I
So,
like Steve Nash, but yeah.
That's what I want to see. Daniel Justice. I hate Boston more than Toronto. Maybe if I was closer to Toronto, I would feel different. Wyatt Bear. No Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since the early 90s. Yes, the Canadians in 93. Boys to Men singing Motown Philly.
Oh, yeah.
The last time that they got one. Here, Cat Spot. He's going down the talking point. Embiid gets doubled the whole fourth. Yeah, so does everybody. That's great. I don't give a shit about. I'm so tired of hearing about. He gets doubled.
They're double teaming Jalen Brunson the whole fourth quarter.
Exactly.
They still
What'd
won.
he do?
They won the game. Jalen Brunson dropped 40. Like, say what you want about Embiid putting up stats, win the game. That's what matters more. I don't care if you had a triple-double. If triple-double and a loss is a loss.
That's all we care about.
Yeah.
That's all we care about in the world right now.
Well, and
is winning.
And even I'm willing to give you if you have some good playoff performances and losses. Like I give LeBron a lot of credit for 2017 and 2018, by the way. But with Joel Embiid, he continuously has had very poor playoff performances in which he's cost his team games, or he's been unavailable in playoff games, or he's been unavailable in the regular season like this year, and the 76ers end up having to play in the play-in. That's part of Joel Embiid's legacy. And another thing you notice when watching him is he's clearly not right, and he's clearly not in good condition either, in good shape, and that has a lot to do with the fact that he's always hurt.
All right, Brandon Katz didn't watch the game, obviously. He said they were not doubling Brunson. Every time he brought the ball up the court after he got past the half-court line, they sent two dudes at him.
Yeah, and why?
Yeah.
Who made the wide-open three?
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
Yep.
Why was he so wide open?
Because Jalen Brunson was getting double teamed.
Boom. That's it. All right. Good talk, Cat Spot. All right. Speaking of, injury problems, injury problem, I think, is a step far. Brian Branch was seen in a walking boot using a scooter. Now, again, if you're going to be in a walking boot using a scooter, as seen right there.
Terrion Arnold posted this on his Twitter.
What's that?
Terrion Arnold posted this picture on his Twitter.
It's a fly-ass suit.
That is a fly suit.
That is pretty strong suit game. Not going to lie.
The Gucci slides? Nice.
But anyway, if you're going to be in a walking boot and a scooter, I prefer it to be in May.
Sure.
I haven't heard anything. This was kind of a surprise to me. Flannel, have you heard anything about this? Like, what's the story?
No, I haven't heard anything. And the thing, I understand when you see that picture and you didn't even know that Brian Branch was hurt or had a surgery or anything like that. It does look a little bit jarring. You're just kind of like, whoa, I didn't even know. You didn't think that you were going to see that on like as part of the whole like draft archive when it comes to pictures. Like, oh my God, Brian Branch is hurt. What do we do? But as you said before, it is in May. And the nature of the NFL is it is a violent game. You're going to play through some nagging injuries where you're going to have off-season surgeries where you just have to clean some things up. And that's the thing. As NFL fans, we don't always see that. We just see them on the field, and then you see them ready for training camp or ready for the regular season or the preseason or whatnot. But a lot of them are having these surgeries. A lot of them are probably off their feet for a month or two in the offseason because at that point, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect their ability to play ball. So for now, I'm just going to look at it as just one of those things where as long as we see him healthy to start training camp, preseason, regular season, preferably training camp, I'm going to probably treat it as a cleanup surgery or something like that. Yeah. He had some ankle injuries last season. He missed a couple of games. So maybe he played through it. He wanted to obviously play through it when they were in the playoffs. And now he's just getting some surgeries so that he's all ready for next year.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. But it is. There's just something about the scooter.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you. But it's probably just routine. If it was more serious, we would have heard something coming out of the organization.
I know, but how about you get those, like, you know how athletes always get, like, the cool crutches?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we still get, like, the basic-ass wood ones when we get hurt. You know, they get, like, the cool metal ones, with, with the handle on the end of it and stuff like that. Like, get cool crutches or something like that.
Right, well, and he has a scooter instead. I guess maybe that's an easier way to navigate. You don't hurt your underarms or anything like that. Who knows? But I think until we actually hear more about it or until we see something, any concern going into training camp or anything like that, we shouldn't have our eyebrows raised. But it is one of those things where it's like, man, I wish I didn't have to see that.
Right, yeah, that's
like,
it. I just don't want it. And look,
Yeah.
look, people are like giving that, they're like, hey, Drago in all caps, he was hurt during the season, wait until the offseason to get it done. Right, Drago. But he was hurt.
Yeah.
And he got surgery. Drago in all caps. And I'm with
Apollo
Flannel on
Creed,
this.
You son of a bitch.
I just wish I didn't see it. And it's something about the scooter. More than any of this, And yeah, it cost him some time. Like this injury that he just got surgery done cost him time last year. That's a factual statement.
Yeah. And all you can hope is that it's something that's not like nagging or something that'll reappear later on.
Right.
So,
or something that he can at least get cool crutches for.
True.
Why do they get the cool crutches?
I mean, they're $1 million athletes.
Is there like a better? Do they just give them cool looking crutches because they're cooler looking? Like, is the function the same? Do we have any medical people in the chat? I know Katz is a legal expert.
Right.
Do we have any? Did you train as a doctor too, Katz?
Well, I mean, apparently they didn't give him to Brian Branch though, because he got a scooter. But yeah, I know what you mean.
You can ask
Ryan's-
Dr. Pierce.
Ryan's
Hey.
react. Thank you.
I got you.
I've been wondering this for years, by the way. For years. Ryan's reaction. My wife was just in a boot, healed in 2 weeks. So Ryan's reaction, your wife can cover Justin Jefferson then when we need her coming up in the fall, right? Right? 2 weeks. What?
Well, it is May, by the way, and I know you started off by mentioning that, so that's precisely why it's not that's not as concerning. Of course, yeah, you saw him miss games last year. You see him in a boot right now. Surgeries there's always a little bit of a risk when you do any surgery, but I'm not super worried about it right now. It's the beginning of May. Like I said, this happens to professional athletes, especially NFL players, all of the time. I'm sure Braylon Edwards might get into it later on, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. I'm sure he had a couple of these off-season surgeries. I don't think it's much of anything.
Wyatt Bear twisted my ankle in college. I got the wooden ones from the storage closet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, now we have some JP17. I lost 3 toes 2 years ago and got the metal cool crutches. Well, I wish it didn't come at that expense.
Yeah.
You're not
RIP your
sacrificing
toes.
3
But-
toes for that.
At least you did get the cool metal crutches. You know what I'm saying? So
Get them from like a CVS or something, because when I got hurt, I had the metal crutches, and I just got them at CVS or some shit.
really?
Yeah.
Jesus, I thought you walked on water.
I wish at all times. My bones break just like everyone else, though.
But you just don't heal them on your own?
No. I got to take the time. I can't use my
You
gifts
use
for
all
too
that
much.
turning water into wine, right?
Yeah.
Making bread for the
Yeah.
people? Okay.
For the people.
I
Not for myself.
Not for yourself.
the people.
You put the people above you. That's why he's Jesus, everybody.
That's true.
You're still uncomfortable with the Jesus thing, aren't you, KG?
I'm not uncomfortable at all.
Okay. I'm slightly uncomfortable with it.
I can
but
understand
but
why.
the train's too far down the track
Oh, yeah,
now.
it's over with now.
Yeah,
It's
it's already out there. So, if it was going to go down, it was going to go down. MPWMU, Neal's dropping the hammer on people today. His Berkshire Hathaway portfolio must be down. Quite the contrary. We're rallying. I don't know if you guys have checked the market today.
Ooh. I might have to go check that market.
Yeah.
I just put some money in my mutual funds yesterday. Let's go.
Oh, did you,
I
Flannel?
did, yeah. For real.
Oh.
You got to plan ahead in life. I've always been pretty financially literate for my age, so
It makes so much sense. It is so on brand.
appreciate that.
But to sum up, yes, we're doing well in the market today, just so you know. So there is that out there. Morning show, by the way, they're doing well as well. There'll be a
Damn right
green
we
arrow
are.
next to that trending up. Woodward Sports rates them as a strong buy. And you can buy every morning at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, KG's a part of the shenanigans, JB Smooth, and they're doing it. Broder's our credentialed Lions reporter, so always some good news on there with Wake Up Woodward right here on Woodward Sports Network, 8 to 10 a.m. Detroit's #1 sports network. Again, Detroit's #1 sports network. Fact, not opinion. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of nutrition with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home deliveries. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right. Kicking it back off, everybody. Woodward Sports Chat jump into there. Neal, Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for DMAC KG. We got Spencer Raxter, Justin, a.k.a. Jesus, the intern, in the house as well. All of you with us also. The morning Woodward photo looks like they're about to drop the most fire Christian rock album.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. No, that's actually good. It's actually true.
Yeah. Drago, I'm very sensitive. Neal hurt my feelings. My world is crushed. You'll bounce back, Drago.
Yeah.
You'll be back, man. I trust in that.
R.I.P. Apollo.
All right. Yeah. Why'd you have to do Apollo like that,
Yeah,
Drago?
man, come on.
RIP that guy's toes.
Man. All right. You guys ready for some nickel packages? Nickel package Friday?
Yes, sir.
You got to come out of the gate strong. NFL nickel package, right, Spenmo?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right, first question of the NFL nickel package. Okay, do we know what the hell the Atlanta Falcons were doing?
Still don't know.
$100 million stopgap.
I still don't know, because, like, if you were going to do this, I don't think you just woke up Thursday and were like, oh, man, went down, got the breakfast buffet at the Marriott or wherever you were in the Rensen and said, you know what? We're going to take Michael Penix today. There's no way that happened. No. You've thought about this before.
Well, and you hear the GM say stuff like, oh, if Michael Penix sits for 4 or 5 years, that's a good problem to have. And I hear that, and I'm just like, to me, and I've said this before, it was an absolute layup to take an edge rusher. Like, if you wanted Dallas Turner, Leatu Latu, Jared Verse at 8, they have no pass rush. And the pass rush that they did have, Bud Dupree and Calais Campbell, are no longer on this team. This team, to me, with Kirk Cousins, that was their biggest weakness last year. Desmond Ritter's quarterback play with Kirk Cousins. And if
they could have won a division. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you added somebody like Dallas Turner to this defense, and even if he had, let's say, a Will Anderson like rookie year, an Aiden Hutchinson like rookie year, or a Chase Young like rookie year, you could almost say that this is a borderline Super Bowl contender. I understand that's a little aggressive, but I could have definitely seen them win a division and
get a home playoff game, and then you take your chances.
Absolutely. I still think they could, but I just think they could have augmented their team with the best pass rusher in the draft, which they needed, and they didn't do it.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Honolulu BS. Neal, would you read my comments more if I changed my name to something catchy like Silky Johnson? Hate. Honolulu BS, I read your comments from time to time. No, I don't know what the Atlanta Falcons were doing. I'm still not convinced they knew what they were doing. Yeah. Because they did. I was big. Remember Spenny last year? I was big on the Falcons.
Yeah.
I think you were with me on that, right?
Yeah.
Falcons and the Texans. Those were our two things. Those were our two like newcomers that we were on, and they couldn't do it, and they had an opportunity again to run it back.
Yep.
Especially in that division. More on that division in just a little bit here. Second down.
Second down, next question of the NFL nickel package. The Vikings traded their 2025 third and fourth round picks to move up 6 spots to take Dallas Turner. Now they only have 3 picks in the 2025 draft. J.J. McCarthy has to deliver, right?
I didn't realize how aggressive they were until you start looking at future draft capital and things like that. Now I understand they'll probably get a comp pick for Kirk Cousins, but that's later on down the road.
Yeah.
3 draft picks, man.
Well, and I'm not saying that this is a good strategy, but if I'm looking at what they could be thinking, I think they're thinking to maybe try to recreate C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson, what they did for the Texans last year. You get your franchise quarterback, you get who is perceived as possibly the best edge rusher in the draft. But yeah, if J.J. McCarthy's not good, it'll be a bad pick. If Dallas Turner isn't, incredibly impactful like a game wrecker, which I think he will be, it's going to be a bad pick. So yeah, J.J. McCarthy, of course, has to be successful. The nature of being a top 10 pick in the NFL as a quarterback
is it's non-negotiable.
It's absolutely non-negotiable. 100%.
Yeah.
And Flannel, like this is where they are now. So if it doesn't work, you have no draft capital, right?
Right.
You have no means of moving up to, quote, get that franchise quarterback. There is nothing you can do. You are stuck. They are all in with J.J. McCarthy. And, like, look, even you, Flannel, we'll cut the entertaining bullshit all aside. Even you, I think you've been fair about J.J. McCarthy, where you're like, hey, he's a national champion quarterback, which he was. You can't take that away. Mm-hmm. He was one of the most efficient quarterbacks, which he was. He never had to, quote, take over games. He had to do takeover, and I'll meet you in the middle. Mm-hmm. He had to do takeover plays during games,
100%.
And he made them.
Yeah.
I can't question that.
Yeah.
But to suggest that there's enough there, that you've seen enough to where you're going to bet your franchise on this guy, even you, Flannel, think that's a little aggressive.
Well, somebody obviously thinks it's not aggressive. But sure, when you're a top 10 pick, when they even traded up to get to him at 10, and you have, say, lesser production than the other quarterbacks who are kind of your draft peers, yeah, there's going to be some questions. You just never know until it plays out. But like I said before, I think he's got more around him than, say, Drake May and Jaden Daniels does, at least at the beginning.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Alan W. People are forgetting who Dallas Turner is replacing. Daniil Hunter. Will he really be that good? Not his rookie year, that's for sure. I'm just saying it was an aggressive move to empty the cabinet to go up 6 spots to get Dallas Turner.
I know, but for all of that, they also got Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel in free agency. They don't need Dallas Turner to step in on day one and be Daniil Hunter.
But they need J.J. McCarthy to step in day one, because if you're rolling out there with Sam Darnold, it's a wrap.
Darnold's a better quarterback than I think he's given credit for, but I understand what you're saying. You don't want him as your starter.
In the NFC North, hell no. What is he going to do in the NFC North? Nothing.
Justin Jefferson, decision looming, too. Remember that. There's a lot to look at. All right, third down.
Third down. Next question of the NFL nickel package. The Saints only had 2 of the first 149 picks in the draft because they traded up to take Jake Haener in 2023. They are always capped out and never have draft picks. The Saints suck.
They're always $40 million over the cap. Yeah. They never have draft picks. Every draft I'm looking at them, Saints trade to get Jake Haener. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They suck, dude. Yeah. There's no fixing them. There's
coach.
Nothing they can do.
Yeah. Bad coach, bad organization.
That's what I'm saying. They are perpetually where they are. And look, because of the salaries and the contracts they have, they're never quite bottomed out enough to be a top 3 pick. They suck, man. They are on like a treadmill of mediocrity that's going 2.5 miles an hour. They're never going to get tired from doing it, but they're never going to get anywhere either. They suck.
Well, the funny thing too is in this division that they're in, they can almost tease their fans a little bit because 8 and 9, 9 and 8, you'll be in the division race till the end. But yeah, ever since Drew Brees left, they've had some hope going into the seasons, and they've never really delivered on that. Even Drew Brees' final seasons with the Saints had a lot of playoff flameouts as well. So, yeah, the Saints are good luck, and they traded up for Jake Haener. Yikes.
But Spencer Rattler is their answer.
It's a better pick than Jake Haener to me. But
I don't
Well,
know
it
about
didn't
that.
cost them draft picks to move up and go get them.
100%.
They had 2 of the top 149 picks because they traded for Jake Haener.
Yeah.
And then they got another backup, Spencer Rattler, this year.
Yeah, all the backups, none of the starters.
QB controversy. Spencer Rattler. What's the tight end?
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Is Derek Carr still there?
Yeah.
Pray for Derek Carr, man. Jesus.
They suck.
Yeah, it's bad.
They absolutely suck. Silky Johnson, Spenny, did you see Kendrick dropped another diss track?
I did.
Spin the block coming up. I think around 12:38. Everybody,
It's
make
mean,
sure
too.
you get in. All right, 4th down.
Fourth question of the nickel package. The Giants offered their 2025 first-round pick to New England to take Drake May. Did they mess up by taking Malik Neighbors, or should they have taken J.J. McCarthy or another QB?
If they were, this is tough, right?
Yeah.
Because on surface, I want to say yeah, because they're the Giants, and like the receiver thing in New York. Yeah, when's the last time you saw like a receiver? What, Odell Beckham?
It
Yes.
never works out. And
It was
Odell
Odell
Beckham
Beckham.
didn't work out.
Yeah,
It was good
in
while
the
it
end,
lasted,
yeah.
but it didn't
But
work
I'm
out.
talking about like that dude, like the number 5 overall receiver. I don't know if it's like, I know it's really windy in that stadium all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's it. But the moral of the story is, if you were going to trade up and trade next year's first to go get Drake May, then obviously you don't like what you have in Daniel Jones. So like if you're going to move, then move.
It's so multi-layered because my initial thought was maybe they just really fell in love with Drake May and they don't believe in J.J. McCarthy as a prospect. However, you just mentioned it. They were willing to trade a pick to move up, so they probably don't believe in Daniel Jones as well. I can certainly justify the Malik Neighbors pick because, as you guys said, the last great receiver the Giants have had was prime Odell Beckham. They've been rolling out with Darius Slayton as their wide receiver 1 for these last couple of
Hey,
years.
don't forget Kenny Galladay.
Hey, Kenny Galladay,
Good
right?
old Kenny Galladay.
And for the record, and I know it's different, the Giants just a couple of years ago had some success with Daniel Jones as the quarterback and Brian Daboll calling plays, but they also had peak apex Saquon Barkley. They don't have that this year. But if you want the pretty much your best receiver day one, a guy who can be their best receiver since peak apex Odell Beckham Jr., I can certainly justify it because they needed help at the wide receiver position as well.
Yeah. So again, you know, it's
Yeah.
if you wanted a quarterback
Yeah.
and you couldn't go get Drake May, then shouldn't you be making other plans?
Well,
now, if
maybe-
you want to tell me that was the only one we had like that great on,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Like that's your scout people. But what are you going to do in the meantime?
Stomach another year.
Roll out with
Danny
Daniel
Dimes.
Jones.
Danny Dimes, baby.
He did win me a fantasy title last year. I'm just saying.
45
Woodward
million.
Sports chat thread. Ryan's reaction. The Saints are always insanely over the cap, but then they're under the cap. I haven't figured out how yet because I'm dumb. Right. Hey, Ryan.
It's called being rich.
No, Ryan, you want me to tell you how it works? All right. Because they're always insanely over the cap. Because they have Andres Pete making $14 million this year to not be on the team.
Ooh.
Because they have Marcus May making $8 million this year to not be on the team. Because they have James Hurst making $2.5 million to not be on the team. That's why. It's all these void years. It's these huge contracts they sign, and then they sign these huge contracts, then they're capped out, then they have to restructure them, and then you're kicking the can down the road again where you got $30 million of your cap space gone in guys that aren't playing. That's how it works. And you're married to the Alvin Kamaras and the Michael Thomases and all those guys.
Damn.
You see what I mean, guys? Like, the cap's not real, crowd. It's not real until it's as real as it gets.
Yeah.
5th down.
All right, 5th down, final question of the NFL nickel package. The 49ers, Ricky Pearsall, huh? Good luck.
Good luck with Ricky Pearsall, 49ers. I was worried about them, like that they would.
It might work. Brandon Ayuk replacement. It might work.
Good
Call
luck.
me crazy. Call me crazy.
I will call you crazy.
All right.
Good luck. That was a win for the Lions.
I'm not saying that it was the pick that I would have made, but even
So
if,
you're calling it a win for the Lions?
not necessarily, because I think he can be good. Even if Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel are still there along with George Kittle, Ricky Pearsall fits. He's that slot receiver, that great route runner type. So of course I think Kyle Shanahan will find a way to utilize him.
Yeah.
I
That's what the real concern is.
don't see why it's this just disaster of a pick. I think it's a fine pick. Again, not what I would have made, but I can see what they're trying to do. They're the 49ers. They've drafted a lot of good players. It's not like they're an organization that doesn't deserve some benefit of the doubt.
And the team is still relatively loaded. So, I mean.
Woodward Sports Chat thread real quick before we cut to the break. People getting it in here. Where was I just? Oh, Stephen Baffy. Saints sound like Patricia Lions that were over the cap when Holmes took over. A smart GM would have got out of that a few years ago. Yeah, but they're not smart because instead what they do is they have Michael Thomas as a $12.5 million cap hit this year, and then they have a $9.1 million cap hit next year when he's not even there at 32, and a $4 million cap hit in 2026 when he's 33 and still not there.
I thought Michael Thomas was destined for Canton. I really did. I think
so did they, and they gave him all that money, and then they delayed it all.
His downfall will be
Slant merchant.
You can argue that. You certainly can. But he also broke the receptions record in a season.
Slants. 5-yard outs.
A lot of slants, yeah.
5-yard out merchant.
So there's your Cap 101 on the New Orleans Saints. Peace out. All right, need a haircut, Flannel?
Absolutely. You go to Lady Jane's, of course. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in and sit back and relax and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Nickel Package Friday, everybody. Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for DMAC KG. He'll spin the block coming up about 12:38. We might adjust that. We'll see. Spencer Raxter as well. Justin the intern, a.k.a. Jesus in the house. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Like Lorena Rios, who tells us propane molecules consist of 3 carbon atoms bonded in a chain with 8 hydrogen atoms bonded to these carbon atoms.
Cool.
Methane molecule is just 1 carbon atom bonded to 4 hydrogen atoms.
What?
Duh.
Yeah.
Why should you type all that in the chat?
Oh, shit. Nerd.
Where is that relevant?
It's not.
Oh, we've been knowing that.
Welcome to 5th grade.
Yeah. This is a house of learned doctors.
Learned doctors.
You see what I'm saying?
Hell of a chat.
Wyatt Bear, Neal, Derby picks. Wyatt, it's kind of chalky. I like Sierra Leone, I think. Fierceness is the best horse. I don't like coming out of the 15 gate, and even he's the fastest horse, but what's it going to take out of him to get? You have to make a decision. Are you going to bust through, or are you going to let the pack dictate, and then you're going to try to close? The latter is risky.
Yeah.
I do think this is a 2-horse race, though. I legit do think that. So, favorite hasn't won in a minute at the Derby. So if I were going in, which I may, I think Sierra Leone is the play. I would be comfortable if you want to juice it up, and you're not going to get a ton of return, but it's the Derby, so you get a pretty decent return. I would box that Fierceness Sierra Leone exacta. I may run that. We'll see. Yeah. Your thoughts, Flannel?
I recuse myself from Kentucky Derby talk.
All right, thank you very much. Sports Station.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about horses.
So,
Shout out, Neal. I like horses.
there you go. Maybe Rios can give us the molecule breakdown.
She probably can.
Probably could. But anyway, all right, it is a nickel package Friday, as we said, so we're keeping it pushing. Little college football.
Yeah, let's go.
Little college football. We talk college football in a minute. Let's do it.
It's been a while. All
Yeah.
right, first question of the college football nickel package. Well, it's happening this season. Are you guys cool with the Pac-12 teams coming to the Big Ten?
Here's my deal. I'm cool with it if it pushes noon Illinois Purdue off of TV.
Yeah.
Then I'm cool with it.
Fair enough.
I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't want to see it. I've never wanted to see it. So I'm more curious to see how this impacts TV. Don't be dropping Rutgers, Maryland out there. More on Maryland in just a minute here in the nickel package, though. Don't be dropping Rutgers, Maryland on 3:30 on NBC. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a bit of a purist. I'm going to miss the old Pac-10 and when it was the Pac-10 and the old Big Ten, but it's certainly going to create some really great matchups this season. Like Oregon coming to the Big House, that is going to be absolutely electric. I can't wait for that.
So are you cool with it, though? Like the Big Ten slappy in you? Are you cool with it?
I mean, I'm a little bit of a purist, but I kind of have no choice. Yeah. I would rather it be the Pac-10 and the Big Ten still, but that's a relic of the past. I can't change it, so I'm just going to accept it.
China virus says, yes, more recruiting pipelines. Spenny, are you cool with it?
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't give a shit, though.
No.
Yeah. You're dope like that. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah. KG, you're a Michigan man.
I am. And the Big Ten needs some entertainment, so absolutely I'm on board. This shit
All
is
right.
about to be 2 conferences in 10 years anyway.
Facts.
Can we banish Purdue Rutgers from TV?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Can we just like play it in a stadium with no cameras or anything and just like update the score?
I'm cool with that.
All
Little
right, then
box, little ticker.
That's what I want. That's all I'm asking for. So if I can get that, I'll take it. Second down.
Second down, next question of the college football nickel package. Speaking of Maryland, Maryland hired Brian Ferentz as an offensive analyst. Good luck with that.
Enough said.
How's he ever employed by anybody?
Jay
Brian
Johnson got a
Ferentz
job.
resided over the worst offense in the history of college football. Got fired, and Maryland was like, "Hey, can you come help us out?" Are we serious with this?
Brian Ferentz got fired by his dad.
Damn.
Kirk Ferentz.
It don't get much worse.
Somebody who honestly is one of those guys you would expect to not really handle change very well. And obviously Brian Ferentz got that job just because of nepotism. But yeah, these Iowa offenses the last couple of years, even though they've actually had some talent, hello Sam Laporta, hello Eric All, although he was out for most of the year, have looked 100% anemic. The fact, and Maryland's offenses, conversely, I know they've had Taulia Tagovailoa, have actually been pretty good. Why is Brian Ferentz coaching any level of he shouldn't be coaching JV high school offense in any way. He shouldn't be an offensive analyst for Birmingham Grove.
Damn.
Dead serious.
Why you gotta bring Groves into this?
Chuck Brewer. Now this could be valid. Neal. They'll take his advice and they'll do the opposite.
That's fair.
Maryland offense about to pop off this year.
Brian Ferentz got fired by his dad.
And then Maryland was like, "Hey, we can't wait to hire you.
Yeah,
Come help us."
Oh my god,
crazy.
That's incredible.
I'll never understand. Someone explain it to me.
Well, you can say goodbye to the Maryland 7-5 seasons even, which is good for them. They're back to losing.
Hey, is Talia still there?
No,
Oh, he's not.
he was denied, and he actually
so
was
he's
denied.
just gonna take his pension and leave Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if he's still. If he was still there or not. All right.
He'll
Third
be in
down.
the USL probably.
Yeah.
All right. Third down. The Army-Navy result won't be included in the college football playoff rankings. How does that make you feel, Neal?
Oh, I know how it makes Neal feel.
You know how it makes me feel.
Go ahead, tell him, Neal. Talk about it.
You know where they do. You know where they do include Army Navy results? World War I,
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah.
The Persian Gulf.
Yeah. Ask
Iraq.
the Japanese about the Army-Navy results. Yeah. Ask the Germans about the Army-Navy results.
Yeah. Those figured in
Those count.
direct.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they were ranked number 1 in the world.
This goddamn socialist college football playoff can't help the Army-Navy. Disgusting.
Why not just put them in then? Army and Navy get an automatic bid, right?
They
Now
should.
you're talking.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. No, I
Hey,
couldn't
Ask
care
the
less.
Germans
Army-
about the triple option, Flannel.
Yeah. Army runs an option. Their quarterback was better than JJ over a month stretch.
Yeah.
Well, J.J. McCarthy was a top 10 pick, so that argument is over. And it was silly to
I'm just
begin
telling
with.
you
argument.
statistically,
It was
he
silly to
did
begin
for a
with.
month. He was a better quarterback
Who gives a shit?
for a
Who
month.
gives a shit? And it's not true either. I'm not going to dignify that with a
And he
response.
defends your nation.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's still an eyesore to watch them play football. An eyesore.
You sleep under the very blanket of freedom that
Yeah.
they provide. And look at you. It's an eyesore to watch them play
How
football.
dare
You know
you.
what? It's an eyesore for them to
Yeah.
watch you on this TV screen right now sit here and spew your ignorance on a daily basis. But guess what? That's part of the package. They provide the freedom. You're free to do that because of Army.
Yeah.
The least you can do is watch them play football.
Army
Or
dropped
you-
the double option on Japan. How are they feeling about it?
They did.
No lies.
America rock.
Is Sam a terrorist?
Okay. Okay.
These are the questions we need to start asking.
MPWMU, thank you for my service. MPWMU, thank you for your service. Half of this screen thanks you for your
Thank you for
service.
your service.
The other half says, hey, as long as you don't play football, thank you for your service.
Yeah. Flannel. Communist.
Wasn't it just like
Surprised you're not
four-
wearing a red flannel.
It's good.
He's a commie.
You guys are pretty funny, though.
It wasn't it just like, 4 years ago? Army had a field goal to win at the Big House. Remember that? Wasn't that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they actually did almost come to the big house and win. That's
Sam-
facts. That
Sam,
did happen.
Where were you on 9/11?
Dom Rivera
Where
has
were
some
you?
goddamn respect,
When
Flannel.
they built that tower to him. Where were you?
I respect him as
It's a great
people.
episode.
That is
No, clearly you do not.
amazing.
All right, 4th down.
All right, 4th down. Communist Flannel. 4th down. What happened to Deion Sanders? Why does everyone hate him all of a
I
sudden?
don't know. It's pissing me off.
What
really.
changed? They didn't even play a game. He went from like a national hero to the
talking
most
shit.
hated man in the
He's
world.
talking shit to kids on Twitter.
Yeah. How could you ever hate the man who is the greatest coach in Colorado school history?
Right.
True.
Not Bill McCartney and his national championship, Deion Sanders.
You damn
Only Deion Sanders could have heroically led them to 4 wins last
It's
season.
better
Yeah.
than one.
For a 400% increase from the year
It's
before.
better than one fucking
Only
win. Are you serious?
Deion Sanders could lead his team, could continue the team's success of a 1-8 Pac-12 record, which they had the year
this, Sam.
before.
Come on, Sam.
Only Deion Sanders could continue the success of Colorado being last in the Pac-12 again. Only Deion Sanders could do that.
They beat
he's the great.
TCU. Michigan didn't.
Oh, TCU, the team that didn't make a bowl game versus the college football playoff. I know you're trolling, Spenny. Come on now.
Sam is the
They
fun
blew a
police.
29-0 lead to Stanford. He's talking shit to players on Twitter. He victory lapped and was like, "Do you believe? You didn't believe. You didn't believe." And then proceeded to win 3 games the rest of the year after that.
Just to give him
Deion
time.
Sanders has created a clown show at Colorado. It's not going to work. They're 80th in recruiting. They've lost 41 transfers. They've got a lot in, but still, this is not going to work. They're an undisciplined program. They were last in, they committed the most penalties last year, and he's acting like a damn fool, just like Shador in their one Pac-12 win. Oh, look at my watch. Look at my watch. Arizona State. Colorado blows. I hope that they go 0-12 and Deion gets fired.
Fun police.
F that guy.
What about this?
Osama bin
DNC,
Flannel, says Wilson.
DNC ENT. Dion has never changed, Flannel.
He's 56. You have to grow up and be an adult. You're a leader of college kids.
It's worked.
You
for him to
can't
this
act
point.
like you did when you were in the NFL, when you were at Florida State.
Worked for him at Jackson State.
Because they had Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, and Shiloh Sanders at an HBCU.
Nobody
They
ever did it at
out-talented
HBCU.
everybody. You can't do that in Colorado when you actually have to execute, when you play against talented teams.
Do you think he should start illegally recruiting another quarterback?
Maybe they should. But I was told Shador Sanders is going to be the #1 overall pick in the draft. Greatest quarterback ever.
Buy a little cheeseburger, nothing crazy. Nothing that'll get you hung up.
JZJ, it really did take a turn with Dion. They didn't play any games. It's wild to me how that all went down.
Because he wasn't a beloved there were people like me who thought that last season was an absolute joke.
Hater.
He gets ball washed for a 4-win team.
Okay. I just wanted to know what happened. KG, what happened to Dion?
What happened to Dion is he went to Colorado and made them better than they were. And
400% better.
And listen, give him time. And I know, Sam, I know it's hurting.
Recruiting.
I promise you, give him 3 years.
Hey, how long did Harbaugh get at Michigan?
Like
7 years.
A decade?
Too damn long.
Harbaugh had a 10-win season in year 1. Oh my God. My God.
He did, but he wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Did he inherit a 1-win team roster?
Guys, the previous 7 seasons, Colorado had 4 wins or more every single year, including 2 winning seasons. Mike McIntyre, do you believe? Is he going to do that now? Carl Durrell, Mel Tucker, do you believe? More success at Colorado than Deion Sanders has had. Deion Sanders is a bum as a head coach. Yeah, you can bookmark that right now. No success at Colorado. You get it at Jackson State where you can out-talent everybody. You can't do that at Colorado.
AJM. Deion Sanders turned into LeVar Ball.
Oh,
Now that's too far.
LeVar Ball's better.
That is strong.
That's aggressive.
Yes.
Better at what? Talking?
Better at being a dad.
We take it personal. Oh, that's what we owe.
I should have wore my Deion shirt today.
Sam, you know you wrong, man.
I am not wrong.
Ransom. Facts, Sam Reynolds.
I know. A lot of people agree with me. They were tired of the circus and the hype.
There's a certain crowd that agrees with you.
You know what was the greatest? Oh, so you can't criticize Deion Sanders or you're racist. That's right. That's what it was like last year. When Oregon smacked the piss out of them, smacked the shit out of them, you for liking that, you were called racist.
Let's go Red Wings.
They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. That actually happened.
It's his first.
In a related comment, let's go Red Wings party. We get it, Sam. You hate the spin the block segment.
Yeah, you can't criticize Deion Sanders or else you're racist. That's right. Put the KKK hood on me now, then, I guess.
Oh, shit.
It's a joke. He's got this air of, like, you can't do anything. You can't say anything about Deion Sanders. Why are you criticizing a black man? A black man who's a head coach. A black man who's doing it his own way. He's a bum.
Flannel is now a racist communist.
A terrorist and a racist.
I don't know what to do. For the first time in my life in this profession,
Oh, the white hood.
I've had 750,000 people watching me on TV before, and I don't know what to do.
I can't see shit out of this thing. I think we all thought the bags were a good idea.
I don't know where to go.
Is it time for break, man?
I think we should go to Swiss Insurance.
Let's hurry up.
Oh, that's me.
You want me to handle that one, Flannel? Hey, Mark Swiss, you want me to handle that one?
No, I'm in fucking tears.
Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today, 313-530-1698, SwissINS.com, Swiss Insurance.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of. And guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. They're the greatest gym in the gym game today. That's a fact. How do I know? I've been a member for over 3 years. They have cool corporate taglines for me to read. You know, judgment-free zones and all that kind of stuff. Anyone can feel comfortable, which is all true. But guys, let's bottom line this. It takes the first step. All right? You all have fitness goals out there. You all do. And I'm telling you, I was in that spot as well. I took one step into Planet Fitness. And I never look back, guys. 3 years later, I've accomplished every fitness goal, largely because of Planet Fitness, largely because I'm a Black Card member. It was $1 down, $24.99. $24.99 a month changed my life, everybody, with Planet Fitness. Tons of cardio equipment, tons of weight equipment. All of it is there for you. There's a 30-minute circuit if you're pressed for time. How do you want it? You can do it at Planet Fitness. I'm telling you guys this. $1 down, $10 a month. That'll get you in the door at your home club. That's all it takes, guys. Trust me on this. Planet Fitness, they're the best gym in the gym game today. Go to planetfitness.com, join there. Pull in the parking lot. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Hour number 2 of Big D Energy. Maybe the final hour. I don't know. We'll see. Neal Ruhl. That is Sam Reynolds, a.k.a. Sam Flannel. That guy over
Polarizing.
there. Not Neal Ruhl. Neal Ruhl is here. Sam Flannel is there. KG, Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
Justin, the intern, is here as well. I was curious what we're going to do because this is kind of a shorter segment because we're bumping around with the nickel packages. How about we just read some comments? How about that instead?
How about it?
Devin the dog. I'm from the block, and to me, Dion is the dad that shows up when his sons get drafted after going out for Malik or going out for milk for 20 years until he shows improvement. He's a bum. So Devin the dog
Thank you, Devin.
says that.
Who is black? Just want to confirm that.
I don't know that. He's from the block, though.
Yeah.
I don't paint with a broad brush of people that are from the block.
No, we've met Devin before. He is black. I
Yeah.
can confirm that.
Burn says, only in Detroit can you get away with it. All right, I know.
Big K energies.
Yeah. That guy 62. Clip this now. Shad 216. Racist Sam.
Coming from Shad, of course.
Cartier. Only take. I agree. Sam Flannel.
There we go.
So there's that. MPWMU. Flannel rules. George Ribbo. Yo. WTF just happened.
Flannel, when's your next plot to kidnap the governor?
That's good.
Bucky, glad to know I've tuned in to see Flannel Sam's final show. Dirty Dr. D, great top 5 flannel rant of all time.
Oh, man.
It's all out there. They're literally Danny G. Also, I'm crying at work right now. Let me see, where else was there? Kyle Swede, Flannel is legendary. Silky Johnson's on one. Yeah. Flannel's favorite author is Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Is your favorite NBA
song of the South?
Is your favorite NBA owner Donald Sterling?
Oh. They have a series coming out on that, by the way, with Lawrence Fishburne playing Doc Rivers. Yeah, I swear to God, it's gonna be on Hulu. It's coming out like July, I think.
Oh my God. Danny G, quote, just to put the KKK hoodie on me now, unquote. That guy 62. Let me rewind real quick. Just as a heads up, everybody, I don't do politics. I never will.
Flannel's favorite cartoon is Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, I say,
I'll say.
Yeah. Evening Data, you guys better put that as your clip segment.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if we can do that.
It's a bit strong.
I've learned that's out of your hands.
Yes, that's true.
And they can clip at different spots.
They can.
And do some things. Let's go Red Wing Sparty. Sam's top 3 rappers of all time: Eminem, MGK, and Vanilla Ice.
These are funny. Keep them coming.
There's tons of them out there. Yes. Rack, I'm sitting at a deli by myself eating my lunch, and I'm literally crying laughing. Chuck Brewer, Sam, tell Neal he can't be critical of Michigan anymore because we have a black head coach now.
There we go. Turn around.
DNC ENT. What an effing transition to spin the block. AJ Blair, there's nowhere to go up from here. There's nowhere to go up from here but up. So
Detroit
yes.
Dabber, Sam Flannel KKK hoodie available now in the WSC.
Yes.
WSC and Click Shop.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Flannel.
Lots of Adam comparisons out there. I'm not going to that one.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so that was it.
Somewhere Terry Foster is shaking his
Flannel,
head
where
right
were
now.
you on January 6th?
That's a good question.
Where were you?
You guys are funny.
Damn, man. I thought I knew you, Sam. Damn, bro.
Oh man. That's fucking good.
Are we
shit,
okay?
dude.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get this kind of sports analysis anywhere else,
That's
man.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Easy. I don't want to attack Flannel, but why are we judging him as a father? Also, how are we judging Prime after he had one season?
Well, to me, it's more of this idea that how could anybody not like this guy? He's perfect. He's wonderful. He's the greatest coach in Colorado history. He was propped up way more than he should have been. Can we all admit that? There were people like Skip Bayless said he should get $100 million contract basically after one win. Keyshawn Johnson, 9-win season. Guys like that, we're talking a little reckless when it comes to Deion Sanders.
Silky Johnson, Sam's favorite owner is Marge Schott. Cartier also said, I stand with Flannel. So,
I stand with Flannel.
yes.
Oh, we need to ask some questions.
Freddie
about you.
Felt, make sure Flannel doesn't take paid time off on MLK Day.
Damn right, you got to work all the shows.
Just a fan. I agree with you, Sam. Are you going to be at the next Klan meeting?
Y'all want to see my face?
Now it just reminds me of Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's reset. I'm not going to talk about what rallies Sam Flannel's going to or has been at or anything like that. We're not doing that one. So let's take a break and reset. Right. We'll get back to serious business. We'll do a nickel package when we return.
It's
okay?
hard to recover from this window.
It is tough to recover from. The stench of that's always going to be hanging over this show
Throw
today.
your hood up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, your hood up.
Tell them about a product that all communities can enjoy, Flannel. Tell them about Glorious.
Oh, Glorious, of course. The new Glorious Ice Water Bubble Hash Pre-Roll, now with diamonds. Constantly pushing to create the best Canna experience. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest herbs, making the best better. Glorious Cannabis, check us out at your local retailer or gloriouscanna.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. There's 18 Feldman Auto locations. Go to feldmanauto.com. And guys, it doesn't matter what kind of car you're looking for. Ford, Chevy, Kia, doesn't matter. Feldmanauto.com is the only choice They've got everything represented. There's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships. Again, the anchor is, of course, Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. And don't forget this, too, guys. 18 Feldman Automotive locations means there's multiple service options for your car as well. They are on it like it cooks there. You don't pull in and you're standing around waiting, and there's none of that stuff, dude. They get you squared away. They get your stuff done. I've dealt with Feldman Automotive in the service department. I can speak to you firsthand. I dropped my car off. I got a rental car. I was gone. Literally like 8 minutes, everybody. So again, feldmanauto.com, the best in the car game today. All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Woodward Sports Network, Big D Energy. I'm Neal Ruhl. That is Sam Reynolds, a.k.a. Flannel Sam. KG in the building. Spencer Raxter, Spin the Block with KG coming up in just a couple of minutes. Ironically enough,
I don't know if I want to do it now.
KG, I've been waiting on this. You're going to get us caught up with the Kendrick Drake beat.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
I purposely haven't listened to any of it yet because I've been waiting for you to guide me.
I got you.
Should we do the NBA nickel package next?
Oh, shit.
Well, after I read some more comments, let's. Like Todd saying, Flannel's favorite Tiger is Ty Cobb. Dabber 313, Sam, where's the best place to buy tiki torches this summer? Just regular old Home Depot or Lowe's or what?
Good one.
The tiki torches thing was so fucking stupid.
It was dumb as
AJ Blair, Sam, I can't understand you. Go back where you came from. Lots of Clayton Bigsby resets in there. And lastly, before this, why so much talk about Howell and Sam Flannel, quote, moving to Howell, living in Howell? Why?
Might be a correlation there.
Big population of his people in Howell.
Yeah.
Okay. You have not moved to Howell.
Nope.
Can you want to debunk that rumor?
I have not moved to Howell.
Where do you live, Flannel?
Novi.
Like you always say, Sam would do very well in Howell.
Sam would do very well in Howell.
I'm just saying, that's it. Yes. So, all right. Hold on. Brad Hendricks just now spin the block with 3 Ks on the end of it. No, that is not the segment. 12:38. KG's going to catch us up to date with everything that is going on.
If I'm still here.
Flannel Sam right now, hit me with my theme music. And Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles started playing.
Y'all killing me in here, bro. This shit is too easy.
Oh my God.
It's too easy, bro.
Steven Syret, Novi is so close to Howell, though.
It really is, though. It's not
It's
that
closer
far.
to Howell than Birmingham is. I'll
It's
just say
definitely
that.
not that far.
Oh, my God. I laughed. I laughed so hard like my head. I got lightheaded for a minute
Seriously. Fucking in tears,
Okay.
man.
Can we do an NBA nickel package?
We could try.
Or should we do the NHL nickel package?
Which one do you want to do, Flannel?
Whichever one.
Oh, whichever one. Look at him not being direct.
All right.
All right.
Jesus, a.k.a. Justin the intern, said, let's do the NHL one. All right, let's do it.
All right, first question of the NHL nickel package. There's no way Boston chokes again, right?
Yes,
No.
way. You don't think so?
No, there's not. There's not. Again, I talked about this earlier.
It looked good
You have
now.
the Spider-Man meme. They are pointing at each other. But Toronto's choke aura is so much greater than Boston's choke aura. It just is. I know they're the same. I know that no matter what, a narrative's going to be filled.
Right.
There's no question. A narrative is going to be filled no matter what happens. I do believe that Toronto's choke aura is greater than Boston's.
I think Boston does choke again. I got Toronto winning Game 7.
Especially
Especially if Austin Matthews comes back.
I'm surprised you don't side with Boston more often.
I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. But yeah, I got Toronto winning and Boston completing the choke job.
So Flannel, with it being in Boston and them having the better goaltender and the deeper team, you still want to go with the Maple Leafs. Can I have some reasoning for that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, some reasoning with that.
Stats to
Well,
fight stats. I love it.
That's a good
He
one.
likes their jersey colors better.
No, I don't like their jersey colors better. I
There's
think
a
they've
new
got
stat
more
guy in town.
I think they got more firepower. And Austin Matthews, he's just been sick. So hopefully he comes back for Game 7, because if he doesn't and they lose, there are going to be some narratives about him. You know, Nylander, Marner. I think they got more firepower up top, and it's going to carry them. I do.
Ryan Shaw, Sam Flannel won't get the Planet Fitness black card. All right, second down.
Next question of the NHL nickel package. Is the Tampa Bay era over?
I think so. Like, in terms of, I think they can settle into where they are now, like a fringe playoff. I don't want to call them a fringe playoff team because they were in with over a week to go. But I think this is pretty much what they are now. Depending on the matchup, maybe they can pop a series. You're going to get to the point now with the Tampa Bay Lightning. You're going to start to, and we saw Vasilevsky missed a lot of time earlier this year. You're going to see injuries start to pop up. I'm surprised. Maybe you bring it back for one more year, but at some point you got to start the deconstruction while the assets still have some value, I would think.
I think Tampa's going to stick around. You saw Nikita Kucherov have the best year of his career. We kind of got prime Braden Point. Vasilevsky, I would think a healthy Vasilevsky would have a bounce-back year. Obviously, they might lose Stamkos. Victor Hedman's getting a little old. But I think Tampa Bay will be about what they were this year, next year. Maybe not for much longer, but I think they're going to stick around.
And don't get me, they were dominant.
You're right.
They were a dynasty.
Of course.
They were a dynasty in the NHL.
Yeah.
They absolutely were. So, go blue. I hate the Leafs as much as the next guy, but it'd be good for the NHL to get them to the Cup. Even if they beat Boston, they're going to get wrecked by Florida regardless.
Probably.
Yes. The away fan, Vazzy can still steal games, but it will be tough. Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's going to be. If they win a series, you'll get the feeling like they stole it. All right, next down.
All right, next down, next question. It feels like the Oilers' year, right?
I know you're shading that way, Spenny. D-Mac's standing on business with it. I don't know, man. Like that road is so tough.
Edmonton don't do it for you?
What's that?
I said Edmonton don't do it for you?
He loves Edmonton.
I love Edmonton. I want McJesus is my guy, man. Like, I still stand on the fact that he is the gap between Connor McDavid and the second best player in the NHL is larger than any other gap in any other league. I still stand on that. I believe that. You can, even if you didn't know anything about hockey, when he comes on the ice, you can feel the change in everything. I don't get that feeling, Flannel, that it's their year.
It is their year. It 100% is their year. And a lot of it to me is kind of wishful thinking, but obviously we know what McDavid, Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman, they absolutely dominated in the playoffs. But I think this season you're going to see the difference that a breakout year from Evan Bouchard is going to make. The fact that their goaltending, led by Stuart Skinner, is better than it's been in the McDavid era. Calvin Pickard as a backup goalie, what a find for Edmonton. I think they're a better defensive team than they've ever been, and I think if it's going to be, like D-Mac has said, if it's going to be any time, this is the year.
I just think there's multiple teams that are four lines that can really go at you, and I think when the Oilers match up with someone like Dallas, who I think is going to win the Cup, I think that Dallas is going to run them through the wall every single time, and they're going to play a really physical series with the better goaltending, and it's going to be a very tough out if Dallas matches up with Edmonton. You saw what they did winning 3 straight against Vegas after getting kicked in the mouth. This Dallas team is a very high-level Stanley Cup contender on top of the Hurricanes and the Rangers, who I also think would beat the Oilers in a series.
No, I'm with you. 100% I'm with you on that. People don't realize about Dallas because we've been conditioned not to think about Dallas. So it's a monster. The Canucks are out there as well. So, it's hard. If you win the Stanley Cup, you survive.
Oh, yeah.
It's a gauntlet, man, especially that East. All right, next down.
Speaking of which, what I see as possibly the best series of the Stanley Cup playoffs coming up next, do you agree with me that the New York Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricanes could be the best series in the Stanley Cup playoffs?
I feel for Carolina. Spenny, Carolina's your and I squad. Like,
yes.
we've been on them, which is ironic because I love the Oilers because I love entertainment because McJesus is the most entertaining player.
Sure.
The Hurricanes are like 4 grind lines that roll out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they are. There isn't. If Sebastian Aho walked into this studio right now, we wouldn't know who he was.
Nope.
But they are what we say we like, right? Like the Carolina Hurricanes. I just feel bad. Like, look at the Hurricanes and what they would probably have to do to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Go through the Rangers. Go through the Panthers. It's tough for this conference is a monster, man.
Well, and that's kind of where if the Hurricanes are going to want to win and beat the Rangers, they're going to just have to, I would say, out-depth them, out-hockey them, because the Rangers, they're just Zibanejad. You got Panarin. You've got Trocheck. You got Kreider, Fox. Lafreniere is finally developing into that pick that that everybody thought that he was going to be. Just so much stars power, so much depth. I think the Rangers, even though I just said that the Oilers would win, I would probably say Oilers-Rangers is my Stanley Cup matchup, and I think the Rangers will dump truck the Hurricanes. I really do.
Mason Leach, Neal's wearing a white hat. That's Flannel approved.
That's true.
Hey.
For where are we at? Fifth down.
Fifth down. All right. Is McKinnon and Makar approaching the duos in all of history that we look at, like Stevie and Fedorov, Sidney and Malkin, the Euro twins, Yager and Lemieux? Like, is the Makar-McKinnon duo approaching that status?
They've gotten off the exit, but they haven't pulled into the sub yet. And you got to win multiple. To be in that air, you got to win multiple cups, man. You just do. That's the price of admission to get in that club. They are off the highway. They are, the GPS says they're about 7 minutes away, but they're not there yet.
See, to me, and a lot of people aren't going to like this, I think the Euro twins don't belong in this conversation when it's all said and done. I think Makar,
Really? Why is that?
Because I think Makar,
love it or leave it.
Makar and McKinnon. Like, we're talking about Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr. We're talking about Sergei Fedorov and Steve Yzerman. We're talking about Malkin and Sidney Crosby. Henrik Zetterberg does not belong in the same stratosphere as any of those guys. No disrespect. No disrespect whatsoever.
That's fair.
I appreciate that. They're just not as they're a great duo. Appreciate them for all that they did. But we're talking about some of the greatest players to ever play hockey. And then we're talking about like a Henrik Zetterberg, who's very good. 190-point season. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's just, for me, though, again, you got to have the multiple cups. Like those names that you listed on there, those are multiple Stanley Cup champions. Only one of those things are not like the other in that list. So do we get the feeling, though, like, I just don't get that same vibe from Colorado that I've gotten in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to go to the Cup. I think eventually they could win multiple, but I don't think it's going to be this year. They got the one, which is phenomenal for them. Congratulations. I mean, in like the McKinnon-Makar era, obviously. But this year, I don't think – I agree with you. This isn't their year.
Chat wants to know, Tyler M., are you a big NASCAR and bowling fan?
I am not a NASCAR fan, nor am I – I'm actually like abnormally bad at bowling.
I suck at bowling, too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I cannot bowl.
Okay. The people wanted to know, ma'am. If Flannel had a time machine, he'd tell the Kremlin about Fedorov defecting to America.
You guys are good.
Lots to talk to. Avs have weakness in goaltending. However, after game one, they really turned it on. No, they did. They did, absolutely.
Where their goaltending is shaky, and if they play against the physicality of a team, that could really hurt them. They don't like when Winnipeg in game one completely took it to them, brought the forecheck, brought the bodies, were constantly trying to pressure them and outshot them. They won that game, and that was the cookie cutter for how they would have won the series. Unfortunately, didn't go that way.
Steven Syrett, I bet Flannel doesn't bet on the Japanese horse at the Derby. This is bridged out now.
Yeah. You guys are you guys are the best chat in all of internet streaming. I'll just say that.
They are on point today.
They quick, man.
They are absolutely on point today. All right, we'll come back. We'll do the NBA nickel package. Spin the block. Make sure you stick around for that.
After my
you never know what might happen.
After my HR trip.
Yeah.
after I make a quick trip.
After KG gets back from HR, we are going to spin the block. Tell them about Premier Pet Supply.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Show's flying by on a Friday. Wonder why. I'm Neal Ruhl. That's Sam Flannel.
Way over there in the corner.
That guy. KG in the house, Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
Justin the intern, a.k.a. Jesus in here. All of you are definitely in the chat. Brad Hendricks. Flannel watches Roots backwards so it has a happy ending. Now, come on.
That's a little strong, man.
Oh, my God.
That's too... Guys, look, I know that we're having fun and everything like that, and it's funny. It is. Like, we're laughing about it.
It's a little strong.
We're starting to shade... We're taking it a little too far.
Yep.
Right, Flannel?
Well, of course.
Okay. I'm giving you an exit ramp.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
You give white people an inch, they take them out.
Time's proven that, KG.
Oh, yeah.
There is no doubt about that. Lots of talk with you. What is it with Howl and vanilla ice cream?
I don't know. Apparently, those are things that I now like.
All I'm saying is the flannels make sense now.
First Mime wants to know, Flannel, you would have made a great Dukes of Hazzard character.
Oh.
Just the good.
Whatever you say, boss hog.
Go Blue says, I'm not gonna lie, that Roots comment made me laugh. It was funny.
It was.
I'm just
a bit
but
much, though.
we're approaching.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
We're approaching aggressive. I'll just say that. All right, NBA nickel package. Let's do it.
All right, first question of the NBA nickel package, much to Flannel's chagrin. Can Luka and Kyrie win a championship together?
My default answer is no,
They look so good playing.
and it's been no.
Yeah.
They're so much fun to watch.
But then I watch them, and I'm like, yeah, they could. And then the very next game, they lose by 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, they can't.
They
and then
need
they
to-
come back and they win by 30. And I'm like, yeah, they can. And I'm like, no, they can't. So if that's my answer, if my answer fluctuates, the answer is no.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you set it up perfectly, because I would say, and I know this is kind of a cop-out, but in a perfect circumstance, if they got injury luck like say the 2019 Raptors did, or the 2021 Bucks, or the 2015 Golden State Warriors did, then sure. If they didn't have to face Denver, I would say, if Denver got upset by Minnesota, I might pick Dallas to beat Minnesota later on. But the problem is, when you're Luka and when you're Kyrie, and I know they have some good role players as well that they signed mid-season, Gafford and PJ Washington. When you're those guys, you're always going to play a little bit of your turn, my turn. When you go against a team like Denver, who actually has a perfectly run system, who is well coached, who their superstar player makes everyone better, all of their role players and their second star, Jamal Murray, know their role and play their role to perfection, that's the type of team that beats Dallas and will give Dallas trouble. So my response would be, if things fall their way, Dallas could win, but just basketball-wise, probably not.
They can.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
If they had a third, then I feel like they would have more of a chance. But they don't have that third person, you know.
Them and the Knicks, I think, are in the market for a third.
Yeah.
Because if you're riding with Julius Randle, you ain't riding.
Right. It's not enough.
Sorry, Spenny.
All
All right, second
That's
now.
fair. I'll agree with that. How disappointing have the Clippers been in totality since like the Paul George Kawhi era started?
Not disappointing at all. They are what I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Pandemic Paul.
PG 13%.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting in bed with.
Yeah.
You're going to be good. You'll be good. You'll have moments where you flash.
Yep.
But in the end, Flannel, we know how this works out. I'm not disappointed because it's been on brand.
Yeah.
Well, but I think that's letting the Clippers off the hook a little bit because we have to remember just how revered and how high Kawhi Leonard's stock was.
Yeah.
I thought him going to the Clippers would mean at least one title. And obviously for a myriad of reasons, one of them being injury and one of them being one of the worst choke jobs I've ever seen against the Nuggets in the bubble Western Conference Finals, they haven't gotten it done. I think their window is closed. They're not winning another title now, but at the time, you could argue that Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the NBA, had just finished his greatest masterpiece, and they haven't won anything with him.
Well, I got lucky.
Absolutely, he 100% did. That doesn't take away
he
his
got lucky
championship.
twice.
Well, I mean, no, the Spurs was not because of Kawhi, but with the Raptors, he got lucky because even when KD was healthy for that first half, they were up by like 30 points.
Durant played 12 minutes the whole series.
Yeah.
That's going to help. But
And that ball hung on the rim.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, against the Sixers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shot.
Yeah, like I mean, it was crazy. Everything that was going on.
They always have a great regular season, though. They blow you away in the regular season.
People want to know if they're Sam. Have you ever been to an ice cream shop in Milford?
I like Milford. Milford's a great town with a great downtown.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because Milford's racist now.
All right, next
I will
question.
stand by Milford.
Next question of the NBA nickel package.
Spenny. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Good job. All right.
What do the Lakers do now?
Oh, they got the great AD. Anthony Davis will make sure they're fine because he's a great player. And when you have a great player like Anthony Davis, you are just fine.
Well, he is a great player. Then they're fine, right? Well, all right. So I don't know if it's realistic right now, but if they could somehow construct their roster similar to how they did in 2020, because LeBron and AD, they actually fit together well. I don't think LeBron and Kyrie or LeBron and Wade were like a seamless fit. They were just so talented. They had guys like Kyle Kuzma and KCP and Danny Green and Dwight Howard and Alex Caruso, and those were kind of like, that's obviously LeBron and AD being great were the number one reason, but they had the perfect bunch of role players. And now I've seen rumors that they're thinking of trading for Donovan Mitchell or Trae Young or somebody like that. I don't necessarily think that's what moves the needle. I think bringing in somebody like a Malik Monk or a Nick Claxton and having Jared Vanderbilt back healthy, I think that roster would be good enough to maybe compete next year. But also, LeBron's 40. So we shall see. Their window might be done.
Future Lotto team.
Yeah, and remember this too. You look at their future draft capital. The New Orleans Pelicans will be picking off any good draft picks that they have coming up for the foreseeable future. 2027, they only have their pick if it's 1st through 4th. If it's 5th through 30th, it goes to Utah. They're draft capitaled out.
Yep.
They're maxed out. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah. You can't keep just paying your way out of this.
No, like it's the end of the road for the Lakers.
Lotto
it's the
team.
end.
I think they're going to be good next year.
Define good.
I would say top 4 seed in the West, and then
Top 4.
Top 4 based on what?
What?
The
That's
Lakers?
strong.
What do you
That's strong, Sam.
guys?
Uh-oh.
You guys acted like they were a 30-52 team this year. Come on, they won 47 games.
They're a playing team.
Are they going to be in front of Denver?
No,
Are they going to be in front of OKC?
no,
Are they going to be in front of the Timberwolves?
possibly.
Shit.
All right, shut this man
on.
down.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that one.
LeBron and AD together are still really damn good.
They were good. They were good enough to be a play-in team this year, but
Yeah.
not a top 4 seed in the West.
They
The
would have
season-
beat any other team in the first round but Denver. You cannot convince me
The
otherwise.
Spurs are going to be better than the Lakers next year.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, stop it. The Spurs. I understand that they obviously they got Wemby and everything and a couple other nice players, but come on.
They might be back-to-back in season champions, though. That's about it.
Yeah.
They didn't win as many games as the Pelicans last year.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And what did the Pelicans do? And what happened to Zion Williamson?
It's over, Sam.
Hurt.
Reminds me of the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, because Zion Williamson and AD are in any way comparable when it comes to injury prone.
It's over for
Not
the
even
Lake Show.
close. They're not
Zion
even-
wasn't on the thumbnail.
Zion Williamson missed the entire series. Wow! And what happened to them? They
Slow
got
down,
swept.
Sam. Slow down. That's
You
how
know who
got in
else
trouble
missed the
before.
entire first round? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All All right.
Wow! You know who missed 4 first-round games so far? Kawhi Leonard. Wow! Damian Lillard missed a couple for Milwaukee. Wouldn't this be the perfect time for Damian Lillard to be like, I'm the number one. I don't need no Giannis. I'm going to win them the first-round series by myself. He missed 2.
It's over for the Lake Show.
Wow!
He barely got in the playoffs this year, man.
Oh, dude, that's good stuff.
4th down.
All right, 4th down.
Hold on. Brad Hendricks. Imagine Novi is hosting a screening of Blazing Saddles with special guest host Flannel Sam.
All right, next.
Blazing Saddle.
4th down. 4th question of the NBA Nickel Package. Is Doc Rivers the most overrated coach in NBA history?
He's the most overrated human being in the world. In the world.
Damn.
For real. It's
overrated.
Queen of England, Oprah, Doc Rivers. Those are the 3. That's the list of 3.
What about Deion Sanders?
Closely followed by Prince Harry at number 4.
Yeah.
That's your list, everybody. The most over. He got lucky one. He got a team that even he couldn't screw up.
Yeah.
If Doc Rivers shows up on your bench, just pack it in. Just go on the injured reserve because your season is over.
Yeah.
Time and time and time and time again.
Especially in the playoffs.
And he'll get fired and he'll get a bag. And then some coach will get fired mid-season and they'll be like, wow, only Doc Rivers is left. That's who we got to go to. I don't get it. I've never understood it.
He's one of my least favorite human beings of all time. Any kind of choke, he'll be there for you. A 3-1 choke, he's there for you. Ruining Milwaukee's season. I understand in the playoffs they didn't have Giannis, but still, how do they look at the end of the regular season? Everybody knew that when he was going,
they had a losing record with that man as coach.
He was. Nobody has lived more off of one title than Doc Rivers. People still think that he's a great coach. People have been saying. There was a time where people were saying, oh, is he a better coach than Popovich? That happened.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
It drive me crazy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Adis 411. Sam will definitely need a White Claw after this show. All right, 5th down.
5th down. Final question of the NBA Nickel Package. Is this finally the Celtics year?
It better be.
It's not.
It better. You got over $500 million poured into these 2 dudes, man. Like
I need to see it. There's no way they getting past Denver.
And guess what? It ain't going to be easy. Because you're going to have to go through Jokic or maybe the Timberwolves or maybe OKC. Like, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. They have no choice.
I was convinced they were going to win in December. I was convinced. I'm not feeling it right now.
Well, and you just saw Porzingis go down. I know that he's expected back in the Eastern Conference Finals, but Porzingis is another one. You never know about his availability. On paper, this is certainly the best team that they've had in the Tatum and Brown era with guys like Drew Holiday and Derek White having a phenomenal year as well, and along with Porzingis. But you just never know. I think they'd have trouble with Denver, but they absolutely, at the bare minimum, have to make the finals. They had like a 12-game lead.
They're past that. Like, it's all or nothing.
100%.
It's pass or fail, and a chip is passing, a non-chip is failing. Woodward Sports Chat there before we cut to the break. Rack. Weird. Sam hates Doc Rivers. I wonder why.
We all don't like Doc Rivers in this room. Come on.
Dante 151 says Flannel Sam's wow needs to be on the soundboard. But still, Sam, you are awesome. Don't ever change.
Appreciate
it. Does. We do need the wow on there. We'll leave it off with this. Etienne says Sam's top 3 overrated people of all time: Lyndon Johnson, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. Honorable mention Abraham Lincoln. I'm sure. So there it is. Tell them about Dispo.
Absolutely.
Spin the block coming up next, by the way.
Hey, everybody's favorite segment, a segment that I will like as well. Visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our store or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports Clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking the world by storm. They've opened up double that as many stores as they had in Metro Detroit this year, so make sure you go check it out. They're known for their hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, their delicious chicken sandwiches, and their New York-style pizza. You can find them at any mega station near you, or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can get some great food.
All right, coming down the stretch, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Jump into that chat, get it out there. Ryan, Happy Whitmore Lake got a dispo. Yeah, so it's right there by you. So hit them up. Great partner here with us at Woodward Sports. Support the companies that support Woodward Sports, by the way. Those are our people out there. All right, it is time. I've been looking forward to this one. KG was out of the office yesterday, so we had to push it back a day. It's time for Spin the Block with KG. KG, bring me up to date with what's going on in the urban community.
All right. Well, the streets is on fire right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll try and make this as Cliff Notes as possible. But Drake and Kendrick.
Okay, they're in a beef.
They are in a beef.
Okay.
But this beef, a lot of people think this is just happening. A lot of people think this is out of nowhere. It's not. If you want to really trace back the origins of this, you really got to start 11 years ago. Now these two, they've done plenty of music together. One of Kendrick's greatest songs was with Drake on his first album. They've done a lot of music together. But if you go back 11 years to a song called Control by Big Sean, Kendrick got on there and he pretty much made his claim that he's the best in the rap game. He name dropped a lot of people, but he said in the song that I got love for all y'all, but I'm trying to murder all of y'all. And essentially, he said he wants to make sure that people's fan bases never heard of him. But the key line he had in that was he wants to tuck a sensitive rapper back into his pajama clothes. Now, a lot of people at the time thought that was Drake. Drake actually took offense to this. And because of that, for the next 11 years, we got subliminal disses between the two, back and forth, on and off. Nothing that really pushed the envelope. But if you really dug deep, you will realize, oh, okay, they talk about each other.
Okay, so let me stop for a second here.
Stop as much as you want.
So the reason this has such life, this whole Drake-Kendrick thing, and this is classic by them.
Yeah.
Because it's been subtle, so you really have to be a rap aficionado to catch it.
Exactly.
So it makes you feel good because you're deep involved. So you've been on this since the beginning, almost like a longtime fantasy football player or something like that. All right, I got you. Proceed.
Perfect. So fast forward to today. There was an album that was going to come out by Future, who has also been a long, I guess you say, friend of Drake's. They've done a lot of music together. They did a joint album together that sold a lot of records. There was rumblings that Drake and Future had some kind of beef. Now, we still don't know to this day what the hell their particular beef is about, but it's weird. Future, he was about to drop this album. A lot of people were saying like they have a beef, whatever. And the album dropped. And Metro Boomin, who was also a producer on the album, who has famously been with Future, doing a lot of music with Future, pretty much helped Future's rise to ascension.
If your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Perfect, Spinny. Metro Boomin has a beef with Drake as well. Now, a lot of people think behind the scenes that it may be about a woman or women. Plural.
Which is usually the case when we're talking beefs. That's usually the root of it, right?
Exactly.
That or money.
It could have also been some industry stuff, but as of right now, we don't know the official thing why Metro Boomin has beef with Drake. But they do the joint album called We Don't Trust You, and the Kendrick diss happens on a song called Like That.
Okay.
So, on Like That, Kendrick goes at J. Cole and Drake. Now, you might ask yourself, why is he going at J. Cole? Well, that stems back to a song that came out in October of last year on Drake's album For All the Dogs called First Person Shooter. Now, on First Person Shooter,
it's funny.
Spitty, Cupcake Drake, man, Cupcake Drake. But on said album, J. Cole and Drake, they mentioned that there is a big three, which is allegedly Drake, J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. But pretty much the whole song is just about them being the only ones that really matter. They're the only ones that are relevant, and they kind of like push Kendrick to the wayside. Kendrick heard this, and of course he got offended, which is why we got the diss on Like That. So you keep it up with me so far.
Okay.
All right. So
real quick thoughts. Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Hold on, KG. Can you put this Drake Kendrick beef in country music terms for Sam Flannel, please? There's that one out there as well. Jay Washington.
Images, though.
Do country singers ever have beef?
I'm sure they do. Over like horses or something. I don't know. But I'm sure they do.
Shad 216. So Kendrick started this whole thing.
Kind of, sort of. You can definitely say
No,
that Kendrick.
pick your side.
Kendrick started it. But
all right.
Kendrick is also man enough to defend himself. So
and say Michigan committed recruiting violations.
Oh my God.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so all right, we got to the fact that We Don't Trust You drop, right? Also on this same album, We Don't Trust You, we find out that Drake also has beef with The Weeknd and A$AP Rocky, who also got on the album and dissed Drake a lot. The A$AP Rocky beef stems back with a tiff with him between Rihanna. I guess Drake is kind of maybe jealous that he couldn't bag Rihanna. That's all I can really go into from that point. And Weeknd is somebody that's been messing with Drake for a long time. He was almost on Drake's music label OVO.
This is deep, dude.
It goes deep. It goes deep. But that never materialized. He never signed with OVO, and then after that, they kind of had a strange relationship at that point. So now we have about 4 people that are angry at Drake just on this album alone. So enter Rick Ross. Now you got Rick Ross.
Now wait a minute. Rosé's my guy.
Rose is
Show
your
us.
guy. Now Rose unfollows Drake on Twitter after I think it was Twitter or Instagram after this album drops, and you saw him reposting a lot of the songs from it or whatever. And his reasoning for not liking Drake is because he sent a cease and desist to French Montana over a song dispute that they had. He didn't respect it. Thus, he disses Drake in a song called Champagne Dreams.
Hey, what about this? Wilson says all the weakest rappers are beefing.
That's just not true.
These are some of the heaviest hitters.
Yeah, these are the heavy hitters. I agree.
Yeah, this is why it's so crazy right now. But so enter Kanye West. Kanye, who
doing Kanye shit,
man. Kanye, who you can
on brand. Yeah, he's Kanye, the Paul George of all this.
He really is, though. But Kanye, you can say is the last person Drake had beef with, the very last person. They've been back and forth for like the last 5 to 7 years. I'm not gonna get into it. It's a lot between them just alone. Drake. Kanye disses Drake, and Drake fires back. Drake drops the song Push Ups, and he goes back at everybody that went at him. He went at Ross, he went at Weeknd, he went at A$AP, he went at Kendrick. He kind of went at Metro Boomin too. So
shut your whole ass up, play some jazz.
It was bad. The first diss track I would say was pretty good by Drake.
Yes,
but then he also drops a second diss track in which he uses he samples the voices of Snoop and Tupac in order to diss Kendrick. And
used AI.
Kendrick, being a big fan of Snoop and Tupac, of course, didn't take that lightly, and neither did the Tupac estate. The Tupac estate made Drake pretty much rescind that song, and now that song is not really relevant in terms of this beef anymore. Keep it up with me.
I am. I'm with you. It's a lot of twists and turns. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. When we come back, we'll get Sam Flannel's reaction to it. All right?
We're at the last part anyway,
yes.
So go ahead. Oh, no, I thought you was going to break.
No, let's do the break, and then we'll get Flannel's interpretation about. Hey, Planet Fitness Studios, everybody, you guys know what it is. Home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can work out, feel comfortable, and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. All of that, just $10 a month, no commitment. Wow! No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There's over 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. PlanetFitness.com. Your fitness is essential. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Tired of that same old Detroit sports merchandise? We got you covered. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Get the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt, everybody. If you're a real Lions fan, this has to be in your closet. Hoodies, beanies, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's Woodward Sports Golf Line. WoodwardSports.com/shop today. All right, final segment on a Friday. Working for the weekend. Tomorrow, Detroit 50, Detroit City FC, Loud United, 7 p.m. I'll be on the call for that, so I'll be flying down to Florida for the weekend. I got that. My favorite 6 a.m. Sunday morning flight back home. We just skipped sleeping on Saturday night. But turn that on if you would be so kind and help us out. Covezilla, this is literally some soap opera-ish. KG Spin the Block segment. It was long, but he's gotten us to the finish line of the Kendrick Lamar-Drake beef. That, let's recap. Kendrick Lamar started it. There's many layers to it. But Kendrick Lamar may be the one that finished this too, right?
No, most definitely. So we have arrived at Kendrick Lamar responding to Drake. That came out, a few days ago, Spinny, I think it was, called Euphoria. And Kendrick is going hard. A 6-minute diss track in 2024 is absolutely nuts. Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
So Kendrick, he goes in, man. He questioned Drake's blackness. Goes at the fact he has ghostwriters.
Now this backs up to the whole light skin debate that we talked about on Spin the Block a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
The light skin, dark skin beef, right?
And as Spinny has put the images up of Drake, he's done a lot of light skin stuff over his career that he's just now getting called out for. So, so Kendrick, he questions his blackness. He goes at the fact that he has ghostwriters. He mentions the fact that Drake also sent a cease and desist to Future and his camp for the that Kendrick did. So also he went at him as a father, and he also went at the women he dates. And the song title Euphoria,
is it comparable to the way Flannel went at Dion as a father?
Oh, absolutely. It's
okay, proceed.
Very strong and aggressive. But the song title itself, Euphoria, is kind of like a jab at Drake, and I won't get super into it, but Drake was the executive producer for a show called Euphoria, which was also on HBO, which kind of sexualized. Yeah, they sexualize teenagers. Just being real. And it's rumored that he has a thing with that going on. I won't go into it, but that's what people are talking about. And of course, Kendrick dropped another song today. I won't break that down because I have to do a little more research on it, but it's deep, man.
All right, Flannel.
Yes.
Where do you stand on the Kendrick-Drake beef?
I don't have a stance. And I don't want to poo-poo everybody's excitement, but this just isn't really something that's been on my radar. I like them both. Thank you for that.
Fun police.
I like them
Wow.
I like them both individually as artists, but it's so funny. Just a little side thing. I was talking to our very own Chris Platty, host of the Rap Cave podcast, in his
shout out.
Yeah, he's does a great job with that at the draft party. And to him, this beef is the most important thing in his life. And he asked me for my comment, and I'm just kind of like, and he just looked heartbroken. So I'm gonna let you guys have your fun because I'm sure it's significant, but I'm just going to sit this one out.
I can say this: it's definitely good for business.
Yes. We haven't had any kind of strife in hip-hop in a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely good for business. I'll say that. Cartier says this is all WWE marketing as well. DNC ENT. Push-ups was very good, no doubt. He still lost round 2.
Yeah, I agree. Push-ups is good, but yeah, he lost. Euphoria is way better.
Yeah.
So there's that one out there as well.
But we've just never seen the annexation of an artist quite like this. That's why it's such
and
a
J.
big
Cole
deal.
pulled the ultimate soft move where he released a diss to Kendrick and then took it down off of streaming services and publicly apologized.
He did. I didn't put that in there, but yeah, he definitely did.
So there it is. We're brought up to date. That was your weekly episode of Spin the Block. Thank you for your service, KG.
Absolutely.
I will now listen to the songs on the way home for the very first time because I wanted to get the baseline to all this. You did an excellent job.
Thank you. Also, the new diss track is called 616 in LA, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, 616 in LA.
And the name is a quadruple entendre because 616 this year is Father's Day. 616 is also Tupac's birthday. And it's also the day that the OJ charges were pressed, the murder charges, and it plays to some Bible verse as well. Because that's what Drake said to Kendrick is like, you better bring triple, quadruple entendres, and he did for all of them and just absolutely murdered him.
Yeah.
That's cold right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like it.
Kendrick not one to be messed with. I'll say that. So
absolutely, just it's sad, but it was always going to end like this for Drake.
It seems that way. Yes,
because this is how it works. And look, we can say what we want.
Yeah,
you can like him, not like him. He's on top of the game.
He is, and for a very long time, a longer run than most people
have ever got. And that's where it's sad to me, right? Because you can't question the resume with Drake. You can't. More accomplished resume. You can put any two together.
Yeah,
and it's not Drake's resume.
Seriously, he's up there with Michael Jackson, and this is
$1,000,000%
conversation that people need to have. He's up there with those.
Prince outlived Mike Jack.
That's why this is enthralling as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he is at the top of the game. Flannel, you were at the top of your game up until. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
For you, Flannel.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. For Sam Flannel, for KG, for Justin the intern, aka Juice, Spencer Raxter. I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in, Big D Energy. Well, see you later.